Hi guys, welcome back. This is Dee, and we are going to try making a couple things on camera here. The first thing we're going to look at is this wonderful tool that I have grown to love so much. It is, and I have this really doesn't need to be on there because I don't do centimeters, but it's a tool board by We Are Memory Keepers, and you can use it to make envelopes. It's called the 123 punch board. You can use it to make, let's see if I'm in shot here, envelopes, bows, and boxes. So I thought today I would use this, and we are going to, first of all, make an envelope. I make envelopes all the time because they are, especially if you use just basic paper. In fact, let's see, I have, well, this is what I've used for a shim, but this is just like typing paper that's a little extra long. Typing paper. I am really dating myself. Like copy paper. So, but it's a little extra long than the typical 8.5 by 11. And so it's really lightweight and it makes great envelopes. So we are going to take a look at this. I'm going to slide this over and let's see if I can zoom in just a little bit. There we go. This has the sizes of the card size that you will make an envelope for. Then it has the paper size you need to make the card, excuse me, the envelope. And then you have the punch guide, which I'll show you what that's about in a second. So I have some paper here, and this is pretty light paper. You know, you have different paper weights in card making, and this is really lightweight paper, really basically close to computer paper. And so we're going to use that to make our envelope. So, okay, so I am going to make an A2 size card envelope. And over here we have the measurements for that, and I'm just going to use this paper. I have it cut to size already so I could save a little time. And the A2 size envelope is where we're going to start here, and then we have our paper size, which is 8 1/4 squared. And then we are going to put it on our tool here, our board, at 3 5/8. I think I can read that right. I should have brought my magnifying glass over. Okay, but we'll take a chance. I think that's it. So this 123 punch board has this arm. It has all these different parts to it, and the arm is very important when you're making envelopes, and actually the box too that we're gonna try, because the paper will be too long and you have to score this on this line. So, okay, what I say, 3 5/8, I believe, yes. Okay, so this is what the next step we do. We have our paper cut to size and we have our measurements figured out. Now, the top part is like our ruler, and we're going to bring it all the way to 3 5/8. That's where our measurement is 3 5/8. This is the little tool that comes with it. And when you get it to that, you punch, and then you take your scoring tool. Now, I have found if you do this too hard, it will rip the paper, especially on really lightweight paper here. So I'm going to do a light score line. This little slot here is where you stick your tool, and you follow when you stick it in there, you're going to follow the groove that's under here, like right here. Okay? Now, this is where the measuring stops. So, you're going to rotate it 90 degrees. And I don't know if you can see, if I can get it close enough for you to see, but there's a little score line here. And so what we're going to do, we're not going to use that 3 5/8 measurement anymore. We are going to line up our score mark that we made first with this little thing tab thing, whatever you call that, here. And then we're going to punch again, and then we're going to carefully score that. Now we have another score line with another little punch part. So let's do it again. We're going to rotate it and line it up here. Punch, score, and we have one more side to do. So we'll line it up with the score line with this little thing here, and then voila. Okay, now there's when you're doing scoring in card making or making envelopes or whatever, any type of paper craft, there's kind of a debate on what side you actually fold. And with envelopes, I don't really care about that. Sometimes I want the outside to be white and the inside of the envelope to be decorative, and sometimes I want it the other way around. So I'm going to do it so that the decorative part is on the inside. So I'm going to scooch this out of the way so I have some room, and I'm going to start folding on the score lines. Now, sometimes I get a little off and then my envelope is wonky, so I'm going to really try hard not to do that today. So I'm fold on all 4 score lines, and this paper is so lightweight I do not need a bone folder or the tool that comes with this. Okay, it's so lightweight it will burnish easily. Burnish is when you really get a nice flat deep crease. Okay, now we are ready to do our envelope. So I have my glue here, and I'm still working on trying to finish this silly little bottle's worth before I open up my new one. So here we go. I like to glue these sides first. Okay, and I'm going to put some glue on here and on this side. Oh, now it's wanting to come out. It's pretty warm in the craft room today. So, okay, now we have our envelope. Isn't that nice? And, you know, it's light enough I can write this person's name on there, whoever's going to get a card with this envelope in it. And there you go. We made an envelope. Now, when I go to use this envelope and I put my card in, I have an option, 2 options actually. I can either take glue and glue on the edges and fold it over, or I can take like a glue tape, which I didn't actually think to bring over here. So we're gonna just pretend that I'll have my glue tape. And so I would run it here, and then fold it flat, okay? Now, we are going to go on to the next thing. I'm going to get my envelope out of here, get the tools out of here. Now, this is heavier weight paper than what this is, okay? I don't know what weight this is, but it's definitely not as light as the one that we use for the envelope. So now we are going to attempt, and I mean attempt, to make a box, because like I said, this will make an envelope, this will make a bow, which we're not going to do today, and it will make a box. So I made one already that is pretty wonky. I'm not very pleased with it, but you're going to get the idea what we're going to do here. What I had in mind from the very beginning was I have a drawer in my bathroom that I keep some extra, like extra mascara or extra concealer or whatever. And I want to put it in a box in my drawer instead of having it just loose in there. So the drawer is empty enough. I can have room for a box. So I thought I would give it a try. And I am pretty disappointed in this. I think maybe I didn't score it well enough, or I scored it kind of wonkily. So anyway, we're going to give it a shot. If it doesn't work, we'll just scrap it and use it for scraps. Okay, so Now, this is what we're going to do. I had to choose my box size. And so I chose the, oh boy, I really should have brought my, oh no, it's got the right light, 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 by 4. That will be the size of the box. This one was actually 4 by 4 by, what is it? 4 by 4 by 4. Yeah, it's totally cubed. Okay, so this is going to be slightly different than the first one I made. So here, let me see if I can scooch you. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That might have been just a little too much. Okay, so let's see if I can get this here. So here we have our sizes, and it tells you the paper size, kind of like it did for the envelope. And so I am going to make this 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 by 4 size. So I have a paper cut to 11 inches squared. Okay, and then they give you the start line and then the box score line C instructions, and then these instructions here. And I'll have to refer to these because this is a new technique for me, and so we're gonna do it together, and hopefully it won't be a flop. Okay, so I've got my paper cut to 11, and now my guideline is over here. And we are going to, let me see if I can, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to put my paper here. And if you hear the door open and close, Kurt is in and out because he's very busy. So, okay, so this is my large line. I'm going to line it up here. And then it says here, you're going to align it on the left side, like I just did, and then you're going to punch and score the box score line A and B. This is A, and this is B. So we're going to use the same score thing that we did for the envelope in addition to this. So I'm going to punch it. Ooh, that was good and loud, wasn't it? Okay, so then I'm going to go like this, get a nice score line here, and then I'll put my scoring tool in the exact same, let me make sure my arm is out the way it should be. Yep. Then I'm going to score like this all the way down. Oops, whoa. I don't know if you can see, but it kind of slid off. And sometimes that happens when you're scoring, your tool can slip, and then it kind of makes a dent, which I don't like that. But, you know, this is, if this works, this is going to be a box for my bathroom drawer, so it won't matter. Okay, I got this nice and scored. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got a nice score line here. Okay, now the next part of the directions are, let's see, score your, whatever your size is. I did C. Okay, now rotate paper 90 degrees and repeat steps 3 through 5. So we're going to rotate it 90 degrees. And I'm going to line it up with the large guideline. I'm going to punch. And then I'm going to score again. Oh, you know what? I just realized I forgot something. Oops. Okay, it's okay. Okay. Over here, we have a score line on the right-hand side, but we're just going to go down to the score line we made on this side. Then we need to rotate it 90 degrees. Boy, I'm glad I remembered that. Okay, so I've got that scored. I'm going to score this long edge and make it nice and good. Okay, now I'm not going to forget this side here and go just down to the score line. Okay, rotate it again. There's my little boo-boo. I don't know if you can see that, where my scoring tool slipped. But like I said, it's going to be for my bathroom drawer. I know, nobody will see it but me. Okay, let's get this scored. And then we're going to score the score here. and do our short little line here. Okay, one more, I believe. Line it up with the large side. Punch. Score. Score the long way again. If this works, I'm really going to be excited because I may have to make some more after this. And you know, they probably will make great gift boxes too. So cool, cool. Okay, now the other thing we need to do is, I don't know if you can see, but these, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3 that need to be punched, or maybe there's 4 actually. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna line this up with the same score line here, and it, excuse me, it will punch up. That was a little off center. Can you see that? Little off center. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it. We're gonna try to line it up a little more carefully. And I don't know if maybe let's see. I didn't get it over far enough, so I think maybe I'm gonna try it with this. Did the same thing, but oh well, okay. We're just gonna hang with it. Oh, that one was closer. Okay, this is the last one. And that one's pretty close too. Okay, now one thing that to keep in mind when you use this tool is it does make these little pieces that you punch out. And so I'm just going to set them over there for now. Now, we have all these score lines. And I'm going to close this. Oh no, we're not done yet. I'm going to rotate this around. Now, the other part of this tool is if you put a corner of a paper here and you punch that, it will round the corner. So it will no longer be square, it will be rounded. And I do that for my envelopes a lot. In fact, I could do it right now with this one. Okay. Here we go. Cool, huh? Okay, but that's not what we're going to do here. We are going to slit the edges, or excuse me, the corners. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Ooh, and it makes this cool little slit. So let's go around all the way. And this paper is stiffer, so it takes a little more muscle for me to get these. Ugh, there we go. Okay. Now, I believe we are done with the tool, so I'm just going to set it over here, scooch those away. I'll throw those away later. Now, we are going to be folding on the score lines, and I hope I can see these well enough. I am going to do what's recommended by a lot of people when you score. Then you want, see how, I don't know if you can tell, these score lines are raised. When you scored, they went in, and I can't remember if that's concave or convex. I always get those words mixed. So this is like a valley. You turn it over, it's like a mountain. So one thing I read somebody say was you make the mountains into valleys. So I'm going to see if I can get this scored, and I'm going to bring my better bone folder tool, because it will score a little more easily than that. This is good, it's fine, but for heavyweight cardstock, I really like a heavy duty bone folder. So, okay, here we go. Get those. Yep, get this. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. And you know, pink is not my favorite color, but this color cardstock has a sheen to it, and it's very pretty. Very pretty. Yellow is actually my favorite color. But okay, and then we're going to fold in these little guys, and I'm not going to use the bone folder just yet. I probably could. Maybe I should, but anyway. Okay, now the other thing that, you know, when we did the short little scoring, that doesn't look like it's center, but we will just see. I thought it would go from the middle to the corner here, but it did not, and I did follow the large side on that side for my scoring. So okay, we'll see how it goes. Now these little guys are gonna be, I don't know, this does not make any sense. This might be a flop, guys. Just might be a flop. I don't know how I messed that up. Okay, because normally you would think it would fold right down the middle. I've made enough different types of not boxes like these, but like box envelopes following someone's tutorial, and it didn't look like this. Okay, so we are going to just fold. Oh, hopefully I'm in shot. Okay, I'm gonna go with my gut, and I'm going to, because this has to fold. Okay, I know you probably can't see what I'm doing, but I'm scoring this fold inside with my bone folder, and we'll see. Okay, I've got one more to do. Oh boy, I hope this is right. I hope I didn't do the wrong thing by not scoring where it was, I mean, not folding where it was scored. Okay, so now you see the idea, right? Ooh, this kind of reminds me of like a takeout box, doesn't it? Okay, so we're gonna give this a try. The whole idea is to get these to connect, and then you bring this and this. I don't know how this is gonna work. Uh-oh, that would not be good to tear. Oh, look what I did. Rats. Okay, let's, oh my goodness. This is pathetic. Okay, well, you see what I'm doing, right? So the whole idea, doggone it. Okay, so you know what I'm gonna do? I am going to cut this here, and we're gonna skip these inner things. Let me get my scissors. Hang on, right? Hang on. Okay, I'm back. We are gonna give this a shot. Okay, I'm gonna cut along the fold lines. Now this would have been way easier if I would have done this before I tried to put it together, but I'm just gonna, and maybe I should have folded on the original crease. See, the original crease, but it just didn't seem right to me. I may have to make another one and give you an update. Okay. Okay. You're probably thinking, Dee, why didn't you just like buy something to store your extra makeup? Now I have a problem because this has nothing. Well, it does have something to attach to, but I'm not gonna do that. I don't think, anyway. Okay, let's bend that back so you can see. Now look here. This has the corners that we folded in, and I am going to glue those shut because they'll just be in the way when I store my stuff in here. So I'm gonna tuck some glue in here, and we're gonna give it, maybe I better put a little more. Sorry if, oh, you probably can't see anything. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to just kind of get it glued here. And I'm going to have to redo those, put together the sides that were connected, because that's not going to work. Okay, so let me do this for this side. And we'll glue it like this. I really hope I'm M-Shot. Really hope. Okay. I'm not going to get it perfect because, like I said, this is going to be for my bathroom. I'm going to be the only one seeing it. And I think since we're... I could do this. Oh, it didn't. I didn't put enough glue on. And I didn't hold it long enough. I've mentioned this to you guys before. This Lawn Fundamentals glue from Lawn Fawn is good glue, but it doesn't dry as fast. So when you use it, you gotta give it a little extra time to set. And my glue that I have in this little bottle is, I think it's the Bearly Arts glue that I really, really love. And yeah, I'm speechless. I'm speechless. Just don't know what to do here. Okay, maybe, you know what? I think what I'll do, I think I'll add a little of this. And this is getting a little hard to get out. So I'm going to try seeing if I got any. Okay, I'm going to take this. And it's, oh man, it's really, okay, here we go. It's going to come out now. So I'm going to scooch that in there, put the pin in because that's very important with this glue. Otherwise, it will become stuck and you'll have to take off the whole screw-on lid and soak it in hot water for a while because it will not. Ugh, what is wrong with this thing? Oh, I know. Huh, look at that. I have another part to fold. To glue. I was just doing what was on the inside. There's 2 layers there, Goofy D. Okay. So let's hold on here. Let's see. What can we talk about while I'm gluing? I know I told you this already. We did get Stewie neutered, our dog. And you know what? He has not wandered since. You know, before when we'd be gone for an evening, he would wander away and he always came back, but he would be miles away from home. And he hasn't done that since. So hopefully the neutering took care of that wandering. And we're good to go. Okay, now what I think I'll do is I'm gonna, you see this? I don't know if I'm gonna use this as the way it was intended. So I'm gonna fold it in and then I'm going to connect those and then I think I will put some glue in. Let's just see how it works. Okay. I hope this video isn't really long because I don't want to turn people off from watching if they're not interested in watching a super long video, and I have no idea how long it is. Oh, 29 minutes. Lovely. Okay. Well, I guess if you're interested, you'll watch. If not, so be it. Okay. Now, this should glue faster. I gotta get that pin in there. All right. Sometimes that's hard to get. Come on. Okay. Now, I think off camera I'll glue this a little more. So, what I'll do is I'll put my little supplies in there, and then I'll just tuck this flap inside instead of trying to get it. Oh, and wouldn't you know, the little screw up here where I made the dent is showing on the top. Oh, brother. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed what I made today, the box and the envelope, and I have some more envelopes to make because I'm down to actually 0, so I got to get going on that. I think I'll do that after, after I get done with here. Okay, guys, take care of yourselves. Thanks so much for watching, and if you like this video, please like it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and share it with your friends if you have any friends that would be interested in this. And you know what? Even if you don't think they might be interested, share it with them anyway, because you never know. All right, take care, guys. Bye.